Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's definitely been a while, but here we are with the new deck release of the Amatsu and some new cards, especially these growth cards I've been really digging in. I'm going to be showing you guys this with a Nero deck. I'm going to be showing you guys two Nero decks to be exact. They're not really that much of a difference between each other. They just kind of shift in between different cards from Devil Awakens. This first one has a mixture of Devil Awakens, Haunted Memories, and Amatsu, while the second one concentrates more on Devil Awaken and the Amatsu deck. So the only thing that I can really say that's a difference, it just kind of goes on the defensive in the first one, while the second one carries a lot more of the offensive side of things. My two favorite cards from this drop have definitely been Bamboo's Gift and the Swordsman. Bamboo's Gift being such an amazing ability card that if you have two cards on the board and you use Bamboo's Gift, it places down a third card with an MP of 4 or less, and it has to be a growth card, so it either comes down to either Sasquatch or Kaguya. Sasquatch giving the +1/+2 damage and health, while Kaguya gives you the 30 MP boost. I personally think it's much more of a situation where it's either amazing or good type of situation. You know, you don't really lose either way if either one of those cards gets dropped. And then the Swordsman being just such a ridiculous and well card where it's 3 MP, dishes out a crazy amount of damage, especially with the new ability that it gets. The new ability that's been added, which is Crush, is such a strong card. So in the first video, I'm going to be showing you guys the first deck, which lays more on the defensive side, and then the second video will be on the second deck, which lays more on the aggressive side. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. I see him drop a Nero card, and I knew how to do something about this real quick before he just starts getting out of control. So decided to drop a Feline card, and seeing that I have Ivy Trap, I get to use it, which is an amazing card, by the way. It doesn't just seal, but also resets its original damage and health if you have 3 cards on the board. So I lose Kaguya right here to Rainy, and seeing now that I have not just Bamboo's Gift, but also Ivy Trap as well to be able to revert it back to its original damage and health, I decided to do just that. I dropped Bamboo's Gift, and then get blessed with the Sasquatch card, and then bam, using Ivy right on him. One thing that I've discovered that I think is just a crazy thing to do is that I can use Kaguya's Returning Arc, right? Take out Sasquatch, seeing how I have Bamboo's Gift as well. Use Bamboo's Gift and place him back onto the board while also getting that free growth boost that it gets and being able to use his passive for free. Because like I mentioned, dude, Sasquatch growth points is so weird. It's such a weird number. It's like 7. Like, that's such a weird number to have. Like, I get that the effect is really good, but it's such a weird number to use. So, you know, having that card and being able to use that, man, it's such a great advantage. I lose Sasquatch right here, and I decided to use Mogami. Mogami is a really good card. I probably didn't mention it early on in the video because I was just so concentrating on just talking about Bamboo's Gift and also the Swordsman, but its growth is amazing. Two shields. It gets agility on the second growth. It gets agility and +1/+2. Like, it's a crazy card, and personally, I really enjoy it. Then I get sealed. That's why I hate going up against green decks, even though I'm using one. So this is probably the other complaint I had about that card. I forgot what this one is called. This level 6 card. It's a really good card, but if you just use it when there's only one slot open, it kind of takes the full benefit of it because, you know, if it's 2 slots are open, it places him and his wife right? And his wife gives him +2 damage, and then his growth, it gives shields to all friendlies, which is cool and everything. But you know, I just feel like you lose so much if you don't have an open slot for his wife. It's just such a weird. You see what I'm talking about? Like 4 and 5. But then also, like, I don't know, it's just like a weird way of how this card is played, because let's say like I've had a game where someone tried to revert it back, but it doesn't matter because I get the damage from the wife. And you know, this guy right here, Big Brain over here, he seals the wife, so now I go back and reverts back to its original damage. So right here, I'm trying to make some big plays, you know, trying to use Returning Arc and putting Sasquatch in there. But I got a little bit too eager and just put him down before realizing that my cooldown wasn't down yet, and then bam, this happens. Goddamn seal again. So at this point now, I'm just thinking, well, they have a very dangerous set at this point, and my side is dying. So I say, screw it, it's time to use the trump card. So in this case, being the Swordsman and Battle at the Summit. So it's exactly what I plan to do right now. Like I mentioned before, look at the damn damage. Look at that. 5 and 10. And by the way, like I mentioned before as well, that's just a level 3. It's a 3 MP card, you know. So right here, I realized like, oh well, he's trying to do as much possible damage to this card and destroying it. But like I said, man, Battle of the Summit, attack delay on everything, and it allows me to go up in the air and just start beating the bricks off that feline. To secure the victory, I decided to just put the feline and also the Rebecca card. Feline for the extra damage and shield, Rebecca for the extra health for everybody on the board. Just to be safe, you know what I mean? Because definitely don't want to go all the way this far into the game and just end up losing because of some silly mistake.
Really getting the hang of this new toy. Take you down.
This is the second deck right here. In this game, definitely I made a lot of mistakes that could have cost me the game. Thankfully, this guy just either, I don't know what the issue entirely was for him, but thankfully he just didn't really punish me for those mistakes. But right here, what I was mentioning before is that this deck in particular, it just has much more of higher MP cards. So it definitely takes a while, and it's one of those, you know, like big risk, big rewards type of deck, you know. So you're gonna see throughout this game, you know, what I'm talking about with this deck and the difference between this one and the first one.
Oh yeah. Watch this.
God damn, dude, that sound effect throws me off so bad. So right here is one of those mistakes that I'm talking about. I feel like I just didn't overthink it too much, you know. I just kind of like underestimated it a little bit. You know, I did spend some amount of time thinking about what should I do. I definitely had the card to seal it. It was still gonna die either way, but you know, I was just like, whatever. But I didn't think, you know, I just didn't think it out thoroughly, and I'd lose my Gravios and I lose my Kaguya card. So this is one of those mistakes. And I think I do another one right here. I should have just used Returning Arc, to be honest, but I decided to use Bamboo's Gift. So it's 7 damage it's gonna do, split, but it's not really much of a split because Kaguya just gets murked right here.
I'm the one with power. Say your prayers.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Watch this.
Perfect, man. Telling you, man. Bamboo's Gift and Sasquatch. Perfect combination.
Let's get airborne. Say your prayers. My turn now.
So I made another mistake right here. I should have put down Basarios first and then Toshi, and either altered Toshi after or Gravios to clear the board, but I didn't. I don't know. This game was really weird. Like I made a lot of weird bad decisions in this game. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad because it's so late in, and also the dude only has 2 health at this point. But if it was mid game or early on, it would have definitely cost me the game heavily. Like right here, I don't understand why I didn't just alt Gravios. I instead used the ability card to activate his ability. I don't understand why I did that. But I still got the dub either way. So these are the 2 decks that I worked on for Nero. I have other decks in mind that I'm working on right now. Literally, once I finish this video, I'm gonna start recording the other one, which is gonna be a Jill deck, and I'm excited for it, and I hope it goes well, and I'm really happy for you guys to check it out. So, as always, thank you so much for the love and support, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon.